Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. A new weekend is here, a new weekend. We've got lots of things planned on the weekend. For example, tomorrow we've got our next member live stream. I did send yesterday my newsletter out. A lot of people signed up afterwards, unfortunately, so you won't get the newsletter. But what I will do, because a lot of people asked me, I'll probably send it out again for anybody who signed up after the last one, so existing subscribers don't get it again. It's obviously completely free. You can sign up on the website. There is one crypto analysis in there of a coin I don't analyze in public, because a lot of people struggle to find the newsletter form we have on the website, and I'll post a link directly in the description. You find it here under resources newsletter. You can just sign up and then you get the email probably later today. I'll try it later. And then also what we're going to do on the weekend, specifically on Twitter, on X, I'm going to upload a video on HBAR. So that's what the X community voted for one video specifically to be uploaded, and basically only on X. That's going to be HBAR. I'm going to do that later today. So it's going to be a packed weekend. So looking at BTC, what is going on? Let's start on the daily time frame. I suggest interesting is that Bitcoin still is holding above the support range, and it's looking quite good. I think it's looking quite good, and also on the micro level, it's not looking too bad. Okay, so what we have is a possible third wave top in March, middle of March, then a fourth wave pullback here, 1st of May. That was the swing low. It's possible the fourth wave is still unfolding. I've got that as an additional scenario listed on the smaller time frame wave count. But the daily is just to show you the bigger picture, obviously. So it doesn't really matter if we make another low or not in the support region. Not for this scenario here, unless we break below support. That's what the support area is for. But this is the support zone that has remained very, very stable for the last couple of months. So there's absolutely no change here to the chart, and everything that happened here, for anybody who's just interested in the bigger picture, I mean, for anybody who was just looking at that, it's just sort of noise, right? So you went away in March, you come back today, the price is still at the same level. So really nothing happened other than a little bit of noise. That's why I sometimes say everything between the breakout point and the lower support boundary line, which in this case is 50.7K, it really is just noise. It really is just noise, and you understand that if you look at this, right? Of course, for someone who's trading the range, it might not be noise. For anybody who's interested in the micro patterns, it's not noise. But it's looking good, potentially, because we have broken out of the wedge pattern and the pullbacks so far seem corrective. We have seen a breakout above the first structural resistance level here at 67.5K. And we're about, or at least okay, we haven't broken that one yet. That's at 71,800 pretty much. That's the next key breakout point to the upside. So that's what the bulls need to break next. And it's quite good to see that. I mean, while we got rejected, that's fine. I mean, it's not a problem. The bulls are holding the next support level, or the previous, you could say the previous breakout point was tested as support, you could say. So at least at the moment, it seems like this test at least is successful. That was something I pointed out already a couple of days ago, that this would be quite important to hold above that structural support level. It's not so important from an Elliott Wave point of view, but I think it all helps, right? So holding that level at 67,500 so far is certainly a good sign. Breaking below it could, open the trapdoor for a drop back into the lower support region. Few things to mention again. The pullback was a three-wave move. That's great, but looking at the micro patterns, the move down wasn't quite complete. So it is possible that, therefore, it takes another diversion here through the support region. That's one thing. And also the move to the upside, it just doesn't look great. It just doesn't give me a very good feeling. Therefore, sort of, if I had to give you probabilities, I would say I'm leaning like 60% towards the lowest in, maybe 40%. We come back into the support region, but this can change in a day if Bitcoin breaks below micro support or something, or I see a micro 5-wave pattern to the upside on the 1 hour chart, to the downside on the 1 hour chart, then that might shift. Okay, so it's just very, very subjective and very flexible we have to be. This is the 30-minute chart. I'll show you the 1 hour first. This gives you the bigger picture. Here you can see this additional scenario that we dip back into the support region. In this scenario, the move up is a B wave only, and we dip back into the C wave. But there are two support levels that need to break for that. First of all, 67,668. Gonna zoom in in a minute, and then 64,360 needs to break next. And then we likely dip back into the support region. However, as I said now over the last few days, as long as we're holding support, not the main one, I mean, that's important anyway for both of these scenarios, okay? But here, as long as we're holding the micro support areas, 67,668 and then 64,360, these are the two support levels. As long as we're holding them, there is no, there is no confirmation for a more substantial top. So in the yellow count, which is the more directly bullish scenario, the wave 4, which started middle of March, already completed. And this was a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 pullback. This here could be a third wave to the upside. It's a bit short, that's the thing. That's why I said I don't really like the structure, how it's unfolding to the upside, but it is technically still a possible bullish structure. Then a fourth wave pullback here. Let's go to the, it's just a bit short, okay? So I'm very much cautious. That's why I'm not giving you like, I don't know, 70-30 probabilities or 75-25. No, it's literally just 60-40. It's nearly coin flip. Slight preference towards, okay, because we're holding support. But again, that can change quickly. So the pullback seems corrective. That was our wave 4 again, smaller degree wave 4. And then I shared with you that this would be the ideal spot to start the next move up. So we've done that, shared with you yesterday in my first video. This could be a 1-2 setup, and we should be targeting this area here, especially the trend line, and that happened. But the next confirmation I need to see that we've really bottomed is a 5-wave move to the upside. It's not looking too bad. In my last video yesterday, I shared with you that it would be needed to break above the trend line and then ideally reach 69.4K or 69.9K. I also said that I would prefer that the third wave is actually still unfolding, but I would need to look at the structure. It's important to get in something that looks like 5 waves to basically 69.9K eventually. And the important thing was to hold this micro support area, and at the moment we seem to be holding that, and the price seems to have used that as a reversal area and as a jump off point for one more high. Now it's possible that this fourth is still unfolding. That's always, until we get a breakout, but at the moment it looks as if the fourth is already in. I would prefer this is the third only. Just because it would, just from probabilities point of view, and also because the third wave so far looks like only a 3-wave move. I'll leave it labeled as it is. At least we are on the side of caution in case we get a deeper pullback after these 5 waves up. That would be a higher low. But it might be that we get 2 more highs, okay? We might just get 2 more highs. I can also add the next micro upside fib levels, and this is definitely something that could be reached depending on how high this extension goes. 70,240 and then 70,680. And yeah, that's sort of what I'm watching for at the moment. Bear in mind, up here there's likely some resistance around 69.9K because we have all these previous these fluctuations here in this area. Yeah, so if we get 5 waves up, I'm going to add the next support zone as I did for the larger one here and as I did for that smaller one. It's just that when we have 5 waves up, it's actually a decent setup. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.